mother. This time, though, with a reward bigger than any we've seen thus far.
In a new video, Savannah made this offer while admitting that her beloved mother may possibly be gone forever.
We also know that she may be lost. She may already be gone. She may have already gone home to the Lord that she loves and is dancing in heaven with her mom and her dad and with her beloved brother Pierce and with our daddy. And if this is what is to be, then we will accept it. But we need to know where she is. We need her to come home.
Investigators are facing renewed pressure to solve the case. A source telling CNN that these two images are of the same masked suspect captured on doorbell camera footage on Nancy Guthrie's front porch from 2 different dates. CNN senior and national correspondent Ed Lavandera is following the latest for us from Tucson. And Ed, the sheriff seems to be downplaying this new image of the suspect, calling it purely speculative. Can you tell us why?
Well, first we'll lay out kind of what our sources are telling us is that this video and that dramatic haunting images of the suspect at Nancy Guthrie's front door showed him in most of those images wearing the mask, a backpack, and a gun in a holster around his waist. But in that batch of photos that was released about 2 weeks ago by the FBI, there was one photo that was just different. And it showed the suspect standing there without the backpack and the gun in the holster around his waist. So we raised questions about that, but now we are told that it is believed that those images were captured on different days, which leads to the question and the suggestion that perhaps this person was here casing, doing reconnaissance in the neighborhood, trying to get a lay of the land here around Nancy Guthrie's home and property. And it is important because investigators have been asking neighbors in this area for video dating from January 1st all the way to February 2nd. There's also been some other alerts to the neighborhood residents saying look around for video on January 11th from 8 p.m. to midnight. So some very specific dates in there as well. We understand that investigators have long believed that this was a targeted attack, that it was someone coming specifically here for Nancy Guthrie. But the sheriff says on those videos, there is not a timestamp. And so that's why he says it is speculative to suggest that these were on different days. But our source and sourcing on this particular detail insists that it is the belief that these were images captured on different days.
So, Ed, what do we know, too, in terms of this reward about the timing here? And do we know why the family has decided to announce this now?
Well, we were told by a source close to the Guthrie family that this was an idea that the family wanted to do from the very first day of the investigation, that they were cautioned against it by investigators because there was so much publicity around it. There were so many phone calls already pouring in that might make the situation in these call centers where they already had to staff up employees to handle the tens of thousands of calls that were coming in. They were kind of cautioned against that. But, you know, on Friday, I was in the 911 call center here in Pima County where they told us that in the days since that dramatic footage was released about 2 weeks ago of the suspect, that the calls have started ticking down. So perhaps this is something that the Guthrie family feels it was time to get this out there because everyone, the family, investigators, they do believe that there are people, either a person or persons, who know who this person is, who know the details of where Nancy Guthrie is and what happened to her, and they are trying to shake that information loose as quickly as they can.